your phone.
I don't want to rotate it. I want to keep it like this. I'm going to switch it over. Tell me if we sound better.
Hold on.
It sound better?
Gotta put the hater blocker.
Let me go talk.
Do it sound better?
Did he? No, not really. Did he connect?
Hold on. It should. The light's on. I think it's because we on the Bluetooth speaker.
I think that's why.
Probably because we're on the Bluetooth speaker. What's the delay, buddy? You already know who it is. It's your boy, NJ Trey Pound 38.
And if you don't know, get to know. It's your boy Garcia Vega.
What's cracking? It's some guy 125.
Yo, man.
Let's get it going.
Hey, yo, you getting slow. Hey, all right, look. This time I'm going to blame it on the delay. It's a delay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
You definitely laid on them intros now.
Yo, and you missed part of your whole intro, man.
Yeah.
There's some guy.
Yeah, man.
It's
been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, now let's get to it. Yeah. All right. So listen, today's podcast, we want to bring up a conversation that we all thought would be a great topic, and we want to bring this question to you guys. So today's topic is this. Are we in the unhappy era? Is this the time of unhappiness? And has social media, the internet, controlled emotions? What do you guys think? Who want to go first?
I'll go first. Yeah, man. I think so. When you look out, at least when you look out on the internet, the internet is full of unhappy people. It just looks like nobody happy about nothing right now. So, lots of controversy that we gonna bring up later about stuff that shouldn't even be that serious. But cats is just mad over it. It's weird to me.
So with that said, what some guy is referring to is this. Before we preface what we're going into, I want to just say, what he's trying to preface of what we were going to talk about is the rage baiting, right? Like, do you get rage baited into when you have these conversations online, or when you see something online? Does it cause a hatred emotion towards something that's going on? So, Ved, what about you? How do you feel about the era of unhappiness? Or do you feel like we are in this era of unhappiness?
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, misery loves company, and people just try to portray that on the internet like 24/7 now. People even making up fake situations and fake scenarios and trying to make it look real just to get people to watch it.
That's the clickbait era. We've been through the clickbait era. The clickbait era was like, yo, we're gonna post this thing and it's gonna look like something, then you click on it, and then you're like, yo, it's not even what I want to watch. But when we talk about something like this, it's like we see a young lady like Cooking with Kaya, right? Mm-hmm. Cooking with Kaya is a young lady that's out there. She's doing her thing, cooking. And a lot of females, they didn't support it. They actually try to hate on it, to downplay what she had going on. Mm-hmm. So with that said, I'm gonna get to y'all. I'll see y'all in the chat. I'm gonna get to y'all in a second. We're gonna get to y'all. So with that said, we want to say, has the internet, because she's happy doing what she's doing. She's in the kitchen, she's cooking, she's dancing, which most females actually do. But with that, it's like they started hating on her, like, yo, why is she doing this? Because her fan base is mostly males. You know what I'm saying? So she attracts them males who view her like, yo, she's that deal. And some don't. Now, y'all two both had two different opinions on Cooking with Kaya. Who want to go first on that topic?
I'll let Vay go first. Or no, he light though. I'll go first. You know, I look at her like it's like, you know, she a little bit of a cutie. You know what I mean? Like, there's not like 100% like yeah, she ain't got.
Welcome to Alltech Lansing. Pairing.
Yeah. All right, my bad. We good? You hear me?
Nah, you good. We can hear you.
Yeah, we could go.
Yeah. You know, it's just she's just all around a little cutie. She having fun, but I think the biggest what triggers the women with her is that she centers her content for men.
Yes.
You know, like a YouTuber like a YouTuber I follow. He said, you know, if she would be like, okay, man, F these dudes, we cook it anyway. This for the ladies. All the ladies will be one upping her and backing her up. But since she's just like, nah, this is for the dudes, it triggers something, you know. Especially she a little, and you know, you throw on the fact she a tad bit antagonistic with it, you know, with the whole, hey, if you don't cook for if you don't cook for your man, I will, you know. So that's hitting a little bit of a soft spot, especially for the women who don't cook for their dudes. So you know what I mean. So it's yeah, I just think it brings the haters out. You know, it brings the unhappy people to her way. You know what I mean?
Facts. What about you, Veg? Because you said you didn't really like, you know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying, she's cool. But if you want to make it about cooking, make it about cooking. I think she's trying to throw the sexual thing in there too, just to make sure that she keep the men viewers.
But ain't that what most female rappers do? You know what I mean? When they're shaking and twerking and stuff like that, but they're not in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? They broadcasting their talent. Her talent is cooking.
But that's all part of show business. You have plenty of. You ever see Martha Stewart there twerking?
No, but Martha Stewart audience was different.
Have you ever seen Julia Child up there twerk? I'm just trying to think about the females that used to be cooking on TV.
I get what you're saying.
You haven't seen, you know what I mean? They could have tried to use their sexuality to gain more men viewers and stuff like that.
So again, but the internet portrays that as being something that is common and looked at as good. You get what I'm saying? Flaunt your sexuality, use your sexuality to elevate, you know what I mean? Whatever platform you have. That's why you have girls out here twerking for just the likes and clicks, because they looking to get their profile high in that that algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like
I think she's selling a different type of image than like a Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart was just kind of there to teach you how to cook. She's selling that like cute girlfriend in your apartment, like that you might have when you're young or something, like image, you know, like, because like, let's be real, like that's what like a young man wants. Mm-hmm. You know, like when you think about what young men want right now, a lot of them just want a cute little girlfriend, you know, who might cook for them every now and then, might shake her butt a little bit, you know, dance a little sexy. It's like, you know, she's selling that image. So I don't really see nothing wrong with it. It's just centered towards dudes. You know what I mean? But I think it get the unhappy women up in there.
The flip side, how we was talking behind the scenes, like I said, you have male chefs that do things like, you know, try to romantically put the fork in women's mouth and things like that. Guys wasn't hating on that. You know what I'm saying? If that's what he wanted to do for his content, it's like, all right, cool. You just ain't gonna do it with my girl, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't hating on what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, with females already have this thing where they don't really get along with other females too good anyway. So as long as the female is looking better than you, doing something that you're probably not doing for your man anyway, that's going to give you a big reason to hate on that girl, because now you feel threatened by her and your man probably ain't even going to never meet her.
But again, is it the whole fact of, matter of fact, before I say that, because I don't want it to be, something that I said, you know what I mean? I'd rather it come from a female. So I got this clip. Some guy, you're not going to see this. And you guys that's in the chat, y'all not going to see this. But y'all can hear it. And it's going to come from a female perspective. So we're gonna give y'all this clip. We're gonna be quiet. I'm gonna turn it up. Some guy, let me know if you can hear it or not, and I'll turn it up. So here we go. We're gonna play this clip real quick. I want y'all to just listen out for the clip. Shout out to the podcaster who made the clip.
Yeah, and we want to give a shout out to our Kaya the comedian. Just want to give you a shout out right now.
Yeah, why you don't got your own cooking show? We want to be cooking with Kaya.
Yeah, she definitely know how to cook too.
I'm a single mom. I've had a lot.
So I don't do commercials. I don't got YouTube. I ain't rich. I don't got YouTube Premium.
I'm coming for you.
All right, here we go.
Make a man some breakfast before I do. Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
That doesn't be twerking like that, man.
It's a part of it. It's a please. Yeah. Welcome to another video.
Wait. How much more is that if I twerk, bro?
So that was a little snippet of her on DTG's platform, and she's trying to get him to do the little twerk because that's what she does. So she cooks all kind of meals. She's cooking in her kitchen, and to be quite honest with y'all, the only issue that a lot of these women are having with this woman is because, first of all, she's cute. She looks like she has a natural body. Wow. She has a body. And she turns around, she does a little, I wouldn't even consider it a super twerk, but she's kind of twerking and she's cooking. And for some odd reason, a lot of these women out here, these new modern, hyena type women, they don't want to cook, child.
Maybe that's what I'm saying too.
Or cooking in general, they gonna have a major problem with it. I'm just saying. So the fact that she's cooking in the kitchen throws them completely off because we're in a society, a modern society, where a lot of these women tell you, "Oh, girl, he need to take you to Blue Crest. He need to take you to these expensive restaurants to show that he really cares." It's all about a man spending money on you, not what you can do for a man. If she was just twerking to Meg Thee Stallion or twerking to Cardi B or twerking to Sexy Red, would have been all good. They would not have a problem with her. They would be like, "Girl, yeah, do you, girl? Girl, come on, yeah, we could twerk together." Like they wouldn't have a problem with it. But the reason they have a problem with it is because she's cooking in the kitchen. And oh my God, God forbid women go in the kitchen and cook for themselves, let alone a man or even their children. But oh my God, if they're cooking, oh my God, they're taking us back to slavery. Jesus Christ, like we can't, what in the world, they're taking us back. It's like, how do you eat? Do you eat out every...
By the way, that's a black woman. For anybody that's, thinking like, this is a black woman speaking on another black woman about how they hating on another black woman. You know what I'm saying? Because they saying she's over-sexualizing her channel. And like she's saying is like, yo, she's not really over-sexualizing her channel. She's giving y'all a little twerk. You mad because she's still kind of cute. You mad she got a natural body. And the most important thing that she said was, you mad that she's in the kitchen cooking.
Yeah, I think Cardi B even had a clip like that too. I don't know if you can find it, but yeah, Cardi B was saying the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause like the BBLs is running the shit now. So it's like you got a cute female with a natural body and she's doing the things that half these chicks probably ain't doing for their man. So now they feel like she's a threat. So step your game up. Get in that kitchen. Get in that kitchen. You don't got to make breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but at least make dinner or something. You know what I'm saying?
Some guy, what you think about that situation? Or what she was saying?
Get in the kitchen and hook it up.
I think it's true to a point. You know what I mean? Like,
hook it up.
I think for the most part, yeah, there's a high degree of truth to it. For at least the women that are hating on her, man. There's some either she cute, she got that natural body, she cooking, or it's all of it. That's just making these people, like I said, that's already unhappy come at her. You know what I mean? When she ain't doing nothing controversial. She just cooking and she playing that role. Like I said, like other than twerking, what is she really doing that's sexual?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or can be even considered sexual. You know what I mean? So I just like I said, man, you got to look at these people who are saying this and just be like, man, y'all, there's something wrong with y'all. You know what I mean? Like, how do you look at this and see something like, like that wrong with it. Because, you know, they even got her page taken down for a little while. Because people were, for like, Cooking with Kaya. They got some, you know, people came at her and they got her page taken down for a little while. And it was just like,
that's crazy.
You know, it is. So it's just like
you got bitches that's using the internet to sell pussy and you know what I mean, all this shit, and like she just cooking, and that like that's a problem. Like that's crazy, yo.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, if it was a sexy male chef doing it or something like that, these women wouldn't have nothing to say.
What is it, Cardi B? What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, so we're gonna get.
Yeah, man, it's a crazy world we live in, man.
Yeah, so we're gonna see what Cardi B had to say about it, because she was bringing up some interesting points too, and it was kind of along the lines of what we talking about, like women just always have to hate on something that they feel threatened by.
Y'all just hate on anybody that's just happy with themselves. Cause look at the girl cooking with Kai. She natural from head to toe, and y'all hate her because y'all feel she could take y'all man.
Yep, they feel threatened by it.
Y'all just ooze hate. Handle dating a boss bitch. Like, I just really feel like men can't really handle dating a boss bitch. I feel like they love the idea of dating a boss ass bitch, but they can't handle it. Like, I feel like it messes with their insecurities or something, right. And then they also feel like they cannot have their way when they dealing with a boss bitch. Because a boss bitch.
All right, that perfect. Now, Cardi said something that goes into the topic that we're talking about. Mm-hmm. So she said that being with a female who's a boss kind of messes with a male's mind. Now, what we're talking about here is how the internet does that to people on a daily basis. You get what I'm saying? Because it'd be like, yo, you're putting yourself out there, you building your platform up, you're finally getting this traction, and then all of a sudden, people just start hating on you. Mm-hmm. Because you're happy and you're being successful on something that you're doing, so they try to tear it down. So this is why, that was a good clip, by the way. That's like, yo, what is it going to take for people to unplug?
Staying off the fucking internet.
That's not going to unplug it, though.
Because you got to think about it. If it wasn't for the internet, people like Cooking with Kaya and stuff like that, they wouldn't even be as popular as they are. So they're only popular because people focusing on that. And then they taking it like, oh, shit. Like, I look at her as a threat, so now I'm going to be on some hateful shit with it. You know what I mean? And that shit is crazy, yo.
Hey, Suge, stop playing. Go ahead, some guy. What you got to say?
I think it's like you know, a YouTuber I follow said, like, the problem with the internet is it's designed to be addictive, or like not the internet but social media. Mm-hmm. It's the problem. You know what I mean? It's designed to be addictive, and thinking you can like recreationally use it, like, and it not harm you is like thinking you can recreationally smoke black tar heroin and you'll be all right. You know what I mean? Like. Like, I mean, I'm just gonna smoke this shit on the weekends. I'll be cool. You know what I mean? Like, nah, like it's designed. It does more harm than it does good. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because it's getting its reactions because it's designed to get these reactions. You know what I mean? So you really do just gotta make that conscious decision to just, first of all, like you gotta come to the conclusion that this ain't real life. Right. You know what I mean? Like, to just some people like that. Like TikTok and all this it's more real to them than the world right now. You know what I mean? Like than the real world. Like they can't separate that the way these people act online and how people act in real life. You know what I mean? So, you know, they got to unplug from this stuff because it just will. It's like it's such a small group of people who got an algorithm that's encouraging you to be a shitty person. Mm-hmm. And it's affected you because you watching it all the time. Mm-hmm. And it's making you bitter. And then now you in the comment section's bitter, mad at a girl just cooking some food. You know what I mean? Wow. And like, or other people, you know, there's many other examples that we gonna talk about later, but like, you know, stuff like that. So I just think people need to unplug. That's why, like, you know, like I was telling Trey, like, man, I was trying to build a TikTok following at first when I first got on there. Mm-hmm. But like, I'm sitting here like, and I got into it with a couple people and I'm sitting here like coming at these dudes And I'm just like, man, why am I coming at a stranger like this? You know what I mean? I don't know this dude. And I'm sitting here like we going back and forth, and I'm just like, man, why am I putting so much effort to argue with this motherfucking stranger? Like some 21-year-old kid who ain't accomplished nothing in his life. Like, why do I care what he thinks? I don't. And so I'm just like, man, it's too much, but you have to do that. You have to be confrontational to draw the crowd in. And it's just, I was like, man, I can do without this, man. Yeah, so
because I think
like that's just my take on it.
Yeah, you've been in a couple of those too.
Yeah, because I think like what the internet does is like, okay, it makes you compare yourself to the next person that you see on there. So it's like, okay, am I doing better than this person, or from the outside looking in, or am I doing worse than this person from the outside looking in? You know what I mean? So now the people that might look at you and be like, damn, this nigga doing way better than me, that's gonna give them a reason to hate on you. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they look like they're doing better than you, then they might not hate on you. But now that's when the bullying might come in. People might try to say like crazy shit to you, like, you know what I mean? Like, so it just opens up everybody's opinion. Like, everybody can have an opinion or say about your life, and there's nothing you can do or say about it because it's like, yo, you choosing to put yourself on social media. So like that's the type of shit you're gonna get back.
Facts. So my perspective on this thing right here is a little different. My perspective on this is a little different because, again, you already know anytime you're ready, you know what I mean, you can pop up and or we'll come through and do what we do here. But my perspective on this is different. When it comes to the internet, I'm using the platform to, like you said, I'm building it. You get what I mean? And then there is a lot of hate that comes with it. But at the same time, I know how to use the internet. You get what I'm saying? So like while some people will try to attack me from what I'm doing, it's like, yo, you know, I could just jump on the internet and just be like, boom, boom, boom. And they can't handle it because they like, whoa, like, wait. Like, I thought it was supposed to take, like, nah, I'm not going to give you no time because when you look at the internet, whatever you perceive yourself as, that's the reality of what people think about who you are. You get what I mean? So if you act rich on the internet, when people see you, they want to see that because that reality that you set is like, yo, that is you. But then like, yo, people don't understand that everything that's on the internet is not real, yo.
Yeah, and it's crazy. People get away with just like reposting the same shit over and over. And people might be like, oh, damn, I didn't know you was in such and such. Like, yo, nigga, that was like 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying? But just because you seen it today, you believe that was in real time. You know what I mean? Like,
but now I want to ask you this. I asked both of y'all this question before. Like, we look at hustlers and people who doing like they flashing money. They flashing money. Yo, you'll see 1,000 likes across that. But you'll see somebody like, yo, I'm getting up, I'm getting ready to go to work. Nigga, nobody want to see that shit. We got to go to work too. The fuck? You give them no ambition. But if you was like, yo, I'm getting ready to go to work. Boop, boop. Yeah, I just started that Benz or that Maserati outside. And you pull up to Dollar Tree. Yo, their head will be like, what? Nah, he's selling drugs. Yo, he got me doing something.
Nah,
but then if he tell you like, nah, I just learned how to do my
situations like that.
But hold up, I'm gonna get to you. That's why I'm prefacing it for you. The image that you perceive, right? People look at it and then they judge you from right there with how you look and everything. Why? Because the internet already it got you to think like that. You don't even want to know. You just instantly start judging this person like, yo, he gotta either be selling drugs if he's black. If he's white, he gotta be a lawyer, company. You get what I'm saying? It'd be like, yo, the internet, it messed your reality up. It really messed your reality up, yo.
Because everything is stereotypical. You know what I mean? So they did, like you said, they just go off of what it looks like. So if they see a person dressing a certain way, they're like, okay, he's either a rapper, a drug dealer. You know what I mean? He could be a straight up square, but he might just dress how he fucking sees somebody, his favorite rapper dress. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you can't judge a book by its cover. You know what I mean? So that's just not a saying. Like, that's some real shit. Like, you know what I mean?
I think that lead, like, I think like what you brought up about how like people project a false image, and I think that leads to like a lot of the unhappiness too with them, because it's just like your actual self versus your online self don't match. You know what I mean? But you got to live with your actual self. Yeah, you can't live with that projection. That ain't real. It's just like, you know, Denzel Washington after playing Lonzo in Training Day, he got to go back to being Denzel Washington. He don't jump into the you don't jump into the what was that? What kind of car was he had?
Hey yo,
the Monte Carlo.
He don't jump into that Buick and then drive and then my nigga, he ain't driving around his. He's like, nigga, Denzel, what you doing? You like you can't live that. So these dudes be projected this shit, but it don't even be real. But they know that because you can't lie to yourself. You can lie to me. You know what I mean? You can lie to the rest of us, but. I think that's why, like, a lot of cats, because it's not even like influencers be doing that. It be normal ass people out there with shit marriages, but be out here projecting it like they marriage good. Facts. They be got nothing going on.
Look, we just
like acting like, oh, I'm taking all these trips and I'm going all these where, but they got $80,000 in credit card debt. You know what I mean? And barely paying their bills, but they taking pictures on the beach in Tahiti or something, like trying to act like they got this glamorous life, but that shit don't line up.
Facts.
Okay, so now I want to ask you a question, being that you just you touched on how people be like faking the relationships and stuff like that. So now, how we was talking about on one of our episodes where you had the Remy and Papoose situation. So now, once you see how all that played out, do you think that they were just faking the black love shit just to, like, you know what I mean, like get money, or you think it was good for a while and then something went wrong?
Either too hard to tell. I'm gonna have to go with, if I'm gonna guess, because ultimately I don't know either one. And we just looking at what's going on in public. I think a lot of, like, especially black people, we don't know what to take into account what's going to happen in a long-term relationship. So I just think, like you said, it was good at first and then it just soured because, like, a lot of cats don't know how to keep pushing that shit forward, like what I mean by that is this, is like, you know me, I've been married for 16 years. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, like, me and my wife talk about it all the time. Like, I was looking at, like, because my wife had Instagram since before it started. So I'm going through, like, I needed to get a wedding photo. And I needed a digital copy. So I'm going through, like, all the way to the beginning. And, like, I'm looking at stuff from, like, when we first got together, or a couple years after we got together. I'm listening. And I'm just like, damn, we sounded different in everything. You know what I mean? Like, we were different people. Like, I was that young, overly opinionated 25-year-old when we got together. Yeah. She was that young, young woman when we got together. And like, now we're different people. So I just think with the whole Remy and Papoose things, is like, you got to learn to that you got to continuously grow with that person and learn to like the person. Because, like, right now, the woman I'm with now isn't the woman I got with 16 years ago. And I have to learn to love her. She has to learn to love me. You know what I mean? And I just think with Remy and Papoose, and like a lot of black couples, we get together and we like that first part of the relationship, but then don't understand that people change. And then you begin to hate each other if you don't communicate and you don't understand that. You know what I mean? So I just think that's what came through.
I think one thing that might have did it, that was the first time that they had to actually be parents with, like, a newborn baby together. So that might have changed things. She might not like how he was parenting. He might have not liked how she was parenting. It could have been that. You know what I mean? Because I've been in
that's where it comes with communication, compromise, all that shit. You got to have, like, being in a relationship, being in a marriage is a skill.
You stop liking the person as a person.
It is like that at the beginning, but it changes over time, and we don't prepare. We not prepared for that. Nobody's teaching us this. You know what I mean? So you see it, but with Remy and Papoose, we just see it in real time, because a lot of times divorces happen around the first child. Statistically, around that first child, that increases your chances of divorce, like, skyrocket. You know what I mean? Because that's when it really. I never even
thought about the parenting part until right now, because it was like, everybody was saying, oh, maybe it was cheating or this or that. You know what I mean? But they were like the face of black love. Fucking Papoose was the face of fucking being a faithful black man to your woman, holding her down how you supposed to. So it was like, hold up, how the fuck did y'all go from that to you know what I mean? you with this nigga and you with the fucking female champion. Like that shit crazy, yo.
People always project what happened to them, like you know, these dudes be on here and these females be on there like, oh, that nigga, he was cheating or she was cheating. Like, I'm sorry your husband cheated on you, but that don't mean he did. Yeah. You know what I mean? Don't be projecting that on their relationship.
They might have just stopped liking each other as a person.
It's just like you know what I mean? Like, you can be faithful, you can do everything right, and the marriage can still fail. You gotta be prepared for that, man. Like you can do. It's like a basketball game, homie. Like, it's like the last shot of a basketball game. Y'all can run the perfect play, get your best shooter wide open. He can pull up for that 3 to win the game and miss it. And y'all did everything right. He did everything right. His form was right. Everything. The ball just didn't drop that one time. It's just like that's just like what it is with a marriage. You know what I mean? Like you can do everything right. You got to be prepared for both.
I was thinking about the same shit.
Yeah, shout out to Cameron. He did everything right. He still missed that shot though.
Straight up. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just, I don't know. I try not to think too deeply into it because ultimately, like, I wasn't there. And it's unfortunate that it turned out the way it did. You know what I mean?
I'm going to be a little, listen, I'm going to think before I talk. So what I think with that is, I like what some guys said about the whole people do within a relationship. You know what I mean? You do grow different, you know what I mean, as individual people. So, yeah, you do have to learn to love each other again during some stage of your relationship, marriage, or whatever like that. You get what I'm saying? Because, again, you do, like you said, you're not that same person you were 16 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You're a different person. Mm-hmm. She's a different woman. But at the same time, like, it's like your relationship grew. Mm-hmm. Others is like, it did dwindle. It fell apart. Mm-hmm. But we weren't there. But again, with our topic, it's like this. Seeing them and having Pat being that face of like the loyal man, it kind of, people took on that persona. Like, because it was something people could look into because they weren't that. Or their father wasn't that. So they look at that persona as like, yo, that's a good dude, yo. Mm-hmm. Even the most gangsters people who cheat on their woman or beat their woman will be like, yo, that's that dude.
We even had a conversation about that before to where it's like, okay, like how long would you wait? If like if your woman was incarcerated, shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, because I mean, I've been through that shit to a degree, but not as much as Pat Pooh's. Like, you know, it wasn't that much time, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, like I don't know if I would have been able to do it.
I think
6 years, 7 years.
Nah, not 6 years, 7 years. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
And they wasn't married the whole time, so after a while they could get conjugal visits. But
I ain't even gonna lie.
You think about the time. You think about the time before they got married. So see, he was just going up there every day, just getting to visit her, and then he had to leave.
6, 7 years. I don't know. I don't think I can do it. Mm-hmm. But I would expect somebody to do it for me. You see, that's the catch-22.
I would.
That's the catch-22.
Because
at the same
you
time,
asking somebody to put 6 years of their life on hold because you fucked up.
Nah, what I'm saying is this.
I mean, that's really what it is.
It is. I get what you're saying, but this is what I'm saying.
Because she didn't have to do what she did to get in jail. It's different if it was a self-defense and she had to do what she had to do. You know what I mean? Like,
all right. You're right. I don't want to get sidetracked. So let's stay on topic.
Easily sidetracked.
Yeah, I want to get sidetracked. So let's stay on topic. So with that said, I want to get into a bit of the rage bait. You know what I mean? When people just use the internet.
The most latest example of the rage too.
So they use the internet to be like
fake pages, all that shit.
Yeah. Just to draw out drama, rage, and it's just for their own entertainment type shit. You know what I mean? Like, how do y'all feel about the rage bait type of comments and stuff like that?
I get it. I understand what it does, but I think it's whack though because you could use the internet for something different and still get this. You know what I mean? The same type of feedback, yo.
But there's always a lane for somebody. You get what I'm saying? Somebody wants to be the biggest troll out there. So they like, yo, if I troll you, you know, like you're an official person.
You don't got to troll.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing. You don't got to troll. You could just be making the best content. If you know fucking twerking is what it is, You could be talking about some shit and have a female twerking in every video. And that don't have nothing to do with what you talking about, but just because you have that in the background, motherfuckers gonna be watching that shit. They're gonna be like, yo, fuck with that nigga saying, yo, you see her ass, yo? Word up. And then your motherfucking views gonna be through the roof. But we just sitting here like this talking now, just three guys.
So we should just like randomly have a girl just come in and be like, like easily sidetracked, sidetracked. Like, yo,
wouldn't this be way more interesting if it was some ass shaking right now? Pause.
Female. But that's what I'm saying.
They know what I mean, because I'm damn sure not talking about no male.
I know, but I'm saying, would you really respect what we saying though? You know what I'm saying? With ass shaking or whatever, would you really respect or even?
But now you're answering your own question. It wouldn't matter. Motherfuckers is watching. And that's the only reason why we're doing that, to keep motherfuckers watching and keep people entertained. So that's what it, you know what I mean, the rage bait, and that's where all that shit comes from, yo. Because they know
to get the engagement.
Exactly.
It's like we said earlier, like it causes people to even take up positions that they really don't even believe. They just,
you said they're arguing with a random motherfucker that you never met.
You know, they might.
You might not even
ask
argue
the
with,
question,
you know what
and
I mean?
they just gonna say the most provocative shit possible.
And you on fucking Instagram arguing with a nigga for 20 minutes over fucking King Von or fucking Lil Durk or some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, oh, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Oh, you from Jersey or you from, like, nigga, that don't matter, yo. Motherfuckers be connected all over the world. You know what I mean? Like,
the internet does show a lot of people's characteristics though, as people. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I seen this post where it said, like, yo, your family won't like your post of you doing something, but they'll wish a celebrity happy birthday.
Yeah, I see a lot of that.
And it's like, oh, yo, that made a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? That made a lot of sense. And like you said, I seen the same thing, and then it was like, oh, that is crazy. Because he wouldn't even care.
Yeah, I think you just gotta face the fact that maybe your uncle don't like you and he don't want to say happy birthday to you.
Hey, I'm just telling you like this.
Don't like you.
Whoever you may be.
I'm just messing.
If you don't like me, you better start liking me, motherfucker.
Hey, yeah, I'm telling you, I didn't want to bring this up, yo. You know, we related to certain people in the industry, but we don't.
Yeah, we won't be flexing that shit like that.
We want to wait until we get there and then just be like, you didn't help us. We got it by ourselves. Yeah, help us. Word up. But look.
Hey, another example of people hate, though, but dudes, is just like we talked about, like Travis Hunter.
That's a good one. Follow up. I want to hear what you got.
But I think that's just a case of getting with a gold digger, though.
Hold up.
But they
save
did that.
I want to say that.
So if anybody don't know who Travis Hunter is, he a football star. He won the Heisman Trophy. He gonna go to barring the fact he don't get hurt, he gonna go to the NFL. Coach. He probably gonna make a lot of money. He got this chick and like
keep it real.
Basically in an interview, she said something about like her not really like at first liking him like that. You know what I mean? And like people just been hyper focusing on that and just been calling her a gold digger, and dudes been going out their way to try to ruin this dude's relationship. Like to the point to where he had to take down his social media. He had to make multiple videos about the shit. Right. He had to just, and so just like I said, like a lot of people like Vague is just saying like, yeah, she a gold digger and stuff like that. And it's just like, I mean, me personally, I don't know.
She's seen how much them child support checks could be, and she really considered that relationship real quick.
Hey yo,
she said, "Hold up, this nigga do what? He play football? Oh, so he go? Oh yeah, I'm fucking with him.
Yo,
word up, yo.
Hey yo,
he wasn't.
But
he wasn't
right, they've been together. They've been together for 6 years, bro.
But look,
throughout high school, she talking about when she didn't like him at first. She talking about in high school.
Okay,
so it's not like. Like, it's not like she met this dude because
I take that back. Then I didn't know that. I didn't know that history. I thought she was like just came along like in college or some shit like that.
At first they put it out. It kind of comes off that way. The way Cassie put it out there, like she just met this dude like a year ago, but it's just like nah. they've been together for like 6 years. I'm like, man.
Yeah, so I mean,
you talking about high school?
So in that case, that could have been true because I mean, I'm pretty sure. Shit, you might have been with females that might have not been your type from the beginning, and something might have just clicked. You know what I mean? Right, like all of us, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that shit might have happened before, but
I told you I'm not.
Yeah, so now
a lot of dudes don't understand that women
school,
don't operate like that.
That's
and like
word
a woman
up.
might not be interested in you when you first meet her, but then as she get to know you, and she might be like, oh, you know what? Hey, this dude kind of cool. You know, he kind of handsome too. You know, like I might, some women burn slow like that. You know what I mean? Like men, we be ready to go off the bat, but like, so I kind of like when I looked at it, I kind of like took that from what she was saying because I mean, like she just some young girl. She not used to being interviewed and shit like that, and so she might have not said it in the best way, but that's kind of like how I took it. You know
That's
what I mean?
how.
Like,
Yeah,
and now people are hyper focusing and jumping on it and treating her like a gold digger.
All right, so yo, what's her name, man? Cause now you're making me feel bad, yo. What's
the girl name? Oh my god! Like
I can't. I gotta look it
all
up.
right, Travis Hunter girlfriend. I'm sorry, you're not a gold digger. I didn't know. I ain't know that history, so I'm just want to put that out there, right?
Look. There's a lot of.
She might not be a gold digger. Let's say it like that because we don't really know. She still could.
That's a fact. That's what I was getting ready to say. Because there is some things that she did do that a lot of people bring up, but that's like what some guy was saying. As soon as she said the wrong thing, people went right to the internet and started digging up, like, yo, like, let's find what we can find. And then as soon as they found something that was like, it's like having that toxic, like, yo, I found something, yo, here it go. And then it's like, yo, look, like, yo, she ready to, cause like, I think she liked the basketball players, Instagram or something like that. And then they was like, look, she liking them and putting heart eyes under the comment. But it's like, yo, she could have, what you mean? So that's like your girl putting heart under Michael Jordan's, what's her name?
Nah, she not doing that.
We just talked about it. You think Michael Jordan care about your girl?
But still,
out of thousands of girls that's in his comment
she's not
doing the
do
same
that
thing.
For how that shit could look, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course,
yeah, but like even if she did though, man,
sports celebrities in the world.
Hold up, that's some guy.
But even if she did though, man, that don't necessarily mean she cheating or going.
Fact, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, but like that gets on topic of what we saying. Just because of how that'll look on social media and how that could be spent. You know what I mean? Like once we get to a certain level, that shit could be spent in some shit like, oh yeah, now Garcia Vega girl fucking Hart and Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? That really,
we grow, and we understand.
That really could turn into something. And
I get you.
We grow, we understand. She a child still. Like, and I know there was a picture that didn't look right. It was from like 3 years ago at a Halloween, and she had some, and it was her hugging up on some dude, and he had his head on her ass and shit like that. But from what I was hearing, it could have been while they were taking a break or something like that, or it could have not been, or whatever. But on some level, it's like, man, y'all bringing up pictures from 3 years ago, like Trump first term. You know what I mean? Like, and bringing up like it just all up in their business, and it's just like even if it was, that's between them. You know what I mean? Like the dudes is just.
I get you. You making some real valid points. But once you bring it to the internet, you opening your relationship up to the criticism and everything else. As soon as you bring your relationship to the internet, you're opening your relationship up for criticism, judgment. You get what I'm saying? To people, like I said, 9 times out of 10, we just spoke about it earlier. People really like, yo, if I'm miserable, why do I want to see you keep posting about you being happy?
Yep.
I don't come here to see you be happy. Like, for real.
Misery loves company, man. You already know how that shit goes, bro.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
You got some people that they wake up and look for a reason to hate.
That's what I said. I'm listening to y'all. Y'all both making some valid points.
Y'all both making some valid
points. Word up. Y'all both making some valid points. And again, the topic.
Like they'd be like, y'all, I don't like how you wearing this hat. Yo, you think you cool? You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Just anything.
I know. Trust me.
It's just like, I think a good point about it too is like, all right, I think, you opening yourself up to this opinion, or somebody might say or do something dumb, but then the repercussions to that just don't even match what they did. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, let me give you an example. Like, remember, this shit went viral maybe a year or so ago, maybe plus, where it was an influencer. She was at a Houston Astros game, and she's taking like videos and pictures of herself. Yeah. Like, she set her camera up, and there's some girls behind her, and like they were like a couple rows back, but they were just talking shit on her basically. They're all lame, and they were doing all this shit. Mm-hmm. So she posted that. I think she might have had 1 million followers or close, right? These people went in, not only found out who they were, posted they addresses online, were calling these women's jobs, were doing all this. And I'm just like, dude, all they did was like, what they did was wrong. But you gonna put their address online on the internet? Like, don't know who you sending over to their house and what could happen or whatnot, all because they just said, yo. Like, yeah, all because she just made fun of an influencer. And so people doing that shit with Travis Hunter and this girl, and it's like, dude, like, okay, maybe what she said, you could have took it as being stupid. Maybe. All right, fine. But y'all really giving this dude this much stress over it and putting this much stress on this dude's relationship. And it's just like, that's not even proportional to what she even did. You know what I mean? Something to focus on. And just like I said, they did the same with Simone Biles' husband. And I don't mean to call him that. I just don't know his name. I forget his name. I just know he played for the Bears. But I think he played for the Bears now. I don't know. He was at that time he was on the Packers. I think he's on the Bears now. But y'all coming at these people, and all because he just said, I didn't know who Simone Biles was when she hit me up. You know what I mean? Which these same women wouldn't have had a problem with it if Simone Biles would have said, I don't know who he was when he hit me up. He joked about DMs. I didn't know who he was. But okay. Like, I don't think he meant that disrespectfully. I see how it might can come off disrespectfully, but ultimately it's just like, y'all coming at this dude, calling him all types of names. You got like strangers just coming at this dude. And it's just like, what he said didn't even justify that reaction to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I want to ask Garcia Vega a question, and some guy, I want you to follow up on it. Then I want to ask the audience also, as I asked Garcia Vega and some guy this question, I want you guys, if you're listening, to answer it in the chat.
What's up?
Can you have your relationship constantly online? Like, do you think all your interactions with someone that you're in a relationship with, do you think you can have it constantly be like on camera?
Yeah, I want to answer that question first. And I'm going to answer that question truthfully. You can. You definitely can.
I'm talking about you personally.
Yeah, and anytime you go out to eat, anytime you do something with your, like as far as like on some relationship shit, yeah, you can do it, but it's like, why are you doing it?
No, I'm asking you, like, just as like content, if somebody offered you like, yo, look, we can't control what people say. We're going to let you see everything people say. So just like, remember when Nicki Minaj was up there with her dude? Yeah. Like, they didn't see him, but they was like, yo, do that thing clap? And he was like, what you mean? Like, what can clap? You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, somebody can say that to your girl. Like, right there online, you can see that. Like, do you think, or like somebody says, like, do you think she can handle somebody like, damn, like, I wonder what that dick like? You get pause, but you get what I'm saying?
That's what I said. You can do that, but it's like, why would you do that?
That's the internet now. And that's what Travis Hunter and his girl, they had a platform where they were showing like the relationship, like how they do things together, create, like they really being a couple, a real, but they're young. Just supposed to say, you know what I mean? Like you could post and display certain shit, but I think everything you should do shouldn't be on the internet. This is what I'm getting into. They're young. So younger couples, they want to have that fame relationship because they want to have that best relationship status. You get what I'm saying? Like, they want everybody to be like, oh, we want that kind of relationship. Now, when it comes to the older females, they get jealous of that because they see that on the internet. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So now they want to do the same type of things. Now, when that criticism and all that other stuff come, they don't know how to handle that. The same way a young female don't know how to handle that. Wow. Because the internet is way more powerful than just one person, yo. It like, word up. As soon as you eliminate one, the whole thing we were talking about with Joe Budden, like, yo, that was just Come on, yo. Like, why would he even do that? And why did it come to social media? You get what I'm saying? That was something that if the police handle it, we should have never knew about it. But because content is so, what's your name? Now it's like, yo, he gonna put that out. And what does it do? It makes him a bigger, it's publicity. Now it's just publicity. It's looked at as like, it's okay. It's weird.
I'm gonna say it like this. I agree with Vague. You could, but like a lot of things, what people don't seem to understand is there's going to be a reckoning for everything. You know what I mean? That you do. Everything that you do is going to come with a consequence. And so if you continuously putting your information out there, that can lead to, you're going to get a bigger social media following and all this, but it could also lead to it messing your relationship up. You know what I mean? It can come with a cost because now you lose that privacy. Now you getting a lot of stuff in your head that shouldn't have even been there to begin with. You're getting a lot of opinions that you shouldn't even have. So that can come with it. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you got examples. You got look how Kim Kardashian, all her relationships turned out. You know what I mean? Because it's just that publicity. You know what I mean? But I mean, plus Kanye West is mentally unstable. But you know what I mean? But
she wasn't really.
You know, there's always a price to pay, and somebody need to be telling them, like, hey man, make sure what you're doing is worth the price you're gonna pay for it. You know what I mean? Like, make sure, you know. So with this whole Travis Hunter thing, y'all might have been better off just keeping your relationship off the internet. You don't need the money. Like, you already making millions in college. You don't need the money. Like, I understand. Like me, I might need the money. You know, me and my wife, and if we can make $1,000 a month or a couple grand a month off TikTok or something, yeah, you know, all right. But it's like, Travis Hunter, do you need that money? You got deals going already because you a college star. You what are you doing this for? Just to get attention from other strangers who obviously don't care about you and don't care about your, because they're so willing to destroy your relationship. You know what I mean? So,
but yo,
I just think like there's a lack of wisdom in our community. There's no more OGs to tell these dudes, to tell these people. No, there's no more that you know. There's no, you know, because we grew up in a sort of a different era. We probably both had our grandmas, we had our grandpas, you know, to fucking check us on certain shit, to tell us. You know, we had older dudes who were mature to tell us, like, hey man, you know, pass down the good game to us. And it's just, there's none of that no more. And you got these kids and they walking out and destroying themselves on some level, or destroying important things. Because that could be a lifelong marriage for all we know. That could potentially get destroyed because of the opinions of the people. And that's just dumb.
Yo,
now was that Instagram following worth it?
No, and thank you, perfect segue. Thank you for throwing the alley-oop back over here. This is what I want I was trying to get in. A lot of people are doing things like stuff to their children. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And recording it, like giving their kids peppers and stuff. Giving their babies peppers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to watch their reaction, to get the reaction on camera. Like, there was that one lady, Nurse Jackie or some whatever, who was starving one of her kids or like abusing him for content. And it was like, yo, like, and people were just watching it. And it's like, yo, it had, like, the internet, like you said, sometimes, like, when you posted something and it was like, yo, you bullying, but then you see some other content and it's like somebody getting killed or somebody getting lit on fire or something like that. It desensitized you to now where you see stuff, you like, yo, it's just regular content, yo. Kids with guns, you know what I'm saying? Like, kids with guns or cursing and doing the grown-up things. It's like, yo, we look at it now like it's regular because it's like, that's how the world is.
It's like we talked about it. Social media has stopped us from seeing the humanity in people. You know what I mean? They just like, to a lot of people, Travis Hunter is just, you know, because they never met him. They don't know Travis Hunter, never even had a conversation with him. So he just, you know, some dude, and they using some frustration that they got built up, and they using this as an outlet to, like, oh, you know, ruin his relationship. And it ain't got nothing to do with him. You know what I mean? Like, the reason why they so angry and shit like that. And so it's like, yeah, like I said, like, a lot of people don't see these people humanity. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to come at somebody on the internet because, like, it's just a picture. It's just a face. You don't understand that's the person behind that. You know what I mean? And you having real world consequences. Travis Hunter, I mean, regardless of the fact of the matter, if she didn't like him like that, she with him now. If he happy, why that ain't enough for you?
It is.
On some level, that should be like that should be enough for you. Cooking with Kaya, she ain't doing nothing. You can easily just scroll it. If you don't like it, block her. You easily just move on.
Hey, yo,
you know what I mean?
So I got a question for you. Yo,
what's up?
So do you think she could cook?
Kaya, it looked good.
Yo, I haven't heard nobody complain.
You talking about Kaya or Travis Hunter girlfriend?
No, Kaya. I ain't never.
I haven't heard nobody complain.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, just to be honest, like
I haven't heard nobody complain about her recipes. She put the recipes up there. I think,
like, going back to her, there was a little point that somebody I listened to made, or shout out to FD Signifier, but he made a good point. He's like, I think it really hits home because just like how y'all brought up earlier, like about how like if your girl went to an Usher concert and then Usher putting a cherry in her mouth, you not gonna trip off that. You know what I mean? Like with the whole Keke Palmer thing, like how we talked about on one of our whole episodes, when she was up there dancing with Usher. I'm gonna just be like, if my wife went to an Usher concert, he pulled her up on stage. I'm like, go up on stage. like I'm not because Usher ain't attainable. Usher ain't attainable to the average person. You know what I mean? Like that ain't attainable. The whole thing with cooking with Kaya is she ain't no buzz down baddie. She ain't got no no expensive ass $3,000 weave. She ain't got no $1,000 lashes. She ain't she's just a normal girl, and that's attainable to most dudes. You know what I mean? Like she is the quintessential, like what a lot of dudes would want, because she is just a normal,
over there, eat that food,
really pretty normal girl.
You know what I'm saying?
Who can cook. Yeah. She not throwing down no chef meals or nothing like that, but she throwing down some shit like our grandma used to throw down.
Facts,
you know what I mean? And that's what a lot of men want. They want a cute girl like that, a natural body.
I think that's what's missing from right now, yo. Because because you got things like DoorDash and fucking Uber Eats and stuff like that. So a lot of women that used to cook, now they just order out and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially women that work.
We all want sort of simple things. That go for women too. When you hear about what like a lot of women complain about, it's just like, man, they just want somebody who can express their feelings a little bit. You know what I mean? They just want somebody who can, like, you hear a lot of women talk. They sit here like, man, I just want a dude who can fix a sink. You know what I mean? Like, and it's the simple things still kind of matter. And like to men, we, like, it's just, the simple things. It's not like we said we only want you in the kitchen, or we want you to cook every night, but goddamn, can you cook for me sometimes?
Okay,
and so maybe I can cook for you sometimes.
So now that we on this subject, I got a question for both of y'all. So now, relationship-wise, what's one thing that your partner, if it's only one thing that she got to do to keep you happy, what would that one thing be? It can only be one thing. It can't be this and that. It got to be one thing.
For me, it's if I can narrow down to one thing, she just got to care about me. You know what I mean? Because everything else fall in line. If you just care about that person, that's what.
Okay, good answer.
That's what.
Good answer, yo. All right, cuz, what'd you say?
Oh, I'm single.
No, I'm just saying, just period. The fucking don't have to be your name.
I'm gonna go with some guy's question. That's
just care about you.
That's it. That's all I care about. Yeah.
Nah, man, I gotta go with the food, man. She gotta know how to cook, yo. Because at the end of the day, yo, no matter how much men hate to admit it, a lot of times if we had a good mom, we look for our mom in the women that we with. You know what I mean? So if your mom was a good cook, you try to find that in the female that you with. Yo, you don't want to be with nobody that can't cook. You got to spend way more money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You always got to go out to eat. If she do cook you some shit,
why the woman just got to cook? I mean,
no. I wasn't saying that. I know how to cook. You know what I mean? But still,
I feel what you're saying. Like,
because now, I think, if she don't, now I think that's going to put all the cooking on me, and I'm not doing that.
I think we're missing the point with the whole Kaya thing, I think a lot of people miss the point with her. It's not about just the cooking. It's like with a lot of relationships right now, and a lot of people out there, it's all, what can you do for me? Like you hear, And I think, like I said, I don't agree with a lot of things Kevin Samuels said, and I'm probably gonna get jumped on for that.
Oh,
because every time I say that, I do. Every time I say that, I do.
Kevin Samuels,
he was right though. But he was right on something. He was just like with a lot of modern day people. You ask a lot of these women what they want from a man, they'll write you a book. You ask them what they're gonna do for that man, you can't put it on the back of a stamp. Wow. You know what I mean? Like you know, so it's real shit. It's just all about like, you know.
I was trying to hold it. Like, hey, yo, Paul. I was trying not to laugh. I was trying not to laugh.
But it's true.
Because it is true. It's true. It is true.
Yo, and
you hear a lot of women, like, and this women I know personally, you hear them, it's just like, oh, you know, like, I got a friend, you know, like she cool. I love this girl. But like she'd talk all day about, oh, I need a man. He need to make $100,000 a year. I don't want to work. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Yo, and she's like, okay, what you gonna do for him then?
Hold up. Did you see?
Like, all right, what is he getting out this deal though? Yo. And then like it blank. It's just you hear. I'm like, you just rattle off 20 things you want from this dude, but you can't even rattle off 2 things you gonna do for him.
What are you talking about? The hate? What are you talking about?
Rage baiting.
Rage baiting. Okay, so perfect example. I don't know if y'all seen the clip of the female. She said she was with her husband, right? She said the only reason why she married this nigga is because he was going to be able to take care of her. She wasn't going to have to work. She wasn't going to have to do shit. This nigga lost his job. You know what I mean? She agreed to pay all the bills, right? But until he got on his feet, she wanted him to motherfucking pay her back. And he was like,
I saw that.
He was like, I'm not doing that. He was like, yo, be husband and wife. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I held you down when you was up. You know what I'm saying? I fell on hard times. Like, why should I have to pay you back? And because of that, she divorced the nigga, yo. But
that's the problem.
I also feel like that shit was fake, though.
That's the problem where I had with Kevin Samuels right there. That's the problem where I had with Kevin Samuels because he made relationships and the way he talked about it is too transactional.
Yep.
It's like she just doing the same thing, sort of like he was saying, like, oh, so you need to do this, she need to do that, and she needs to do that. And it's just like, nah, real life, it don't work out that way. It's not a business. My marriage ain't a business agreement. There's a business level to it when it comes to splitting your assets and all that if you divorce. But ultimately, it's an interpersonal relationship. So you can't have it like, oh, you know, like so transactional like that. And so what you end up getting is a lot of these men don't care about the women that they want. They care about what they can get from them. And a lot of these women, the same thing. Like me and Trey, like I told Trey, I was like, a lot of y'all don't want, like I told my homegirl, I was like, the problem is you don't want that man that you got in your head. You don't want him. You want the lifestyle that he can give you.
He can provide for you.
Word is bond. We were just talking about that shit earlier. I'm like, yo, as long as you can do what they want you to do, you could be the guy that's doing it. I could be the guy that's doing it next year. He could be the guy that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? As long as we still provided her with that lifestyle, like what you think most of these celebrities be doing? They just bounce around. You know what I'm saying? He got a bag, so I know I'm going to be good while I'm fucking with him for a few years. They go wrong, I'm going to fuck with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they do, yo.
But like we try to like, and it's really prevalent in our community to where it's just like a lot of our relationships is just like, man, you were with this person and didn't really like them. Like you can see that with a lot that our grandparents, and you can see like how like we got people grandparents
really like Kanye,
who like.
You think any female that was really with Kanye really liked Kanye for him? Honestly.
Only one I could say that probably liked him for him was Kim Kardashian because she had more money.
She was the one that probably did the most.
She was more famous than he is.
But she already had she couldn't have really just been with him for the money, you know what I mean? Like so maybe she did like him a little bit.
I think she really liked him. I think she was really like with him because she wanted to be with him because she didn't need
anybody else. Anybody else looked at him.
She got enough money to take care of generations
Amber Rose
of her family.
She was a come up for that nigga, yo.
That's what I'm saying. But she
came up off of Kanye, yo.
She came up.
He came up off of her.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He came up off of her.
Nah.
She was worth way more money, and he He was in debt. She helped him get out of debt.
Word up, yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought
that's where I'm like, when people say that, like, oh, she ruined. These Kardashians be ruining a lot of black men.
Nah,
but she didn't ruin Kanye.
Nah, she was popping a little. Like, yo, people knew who Amber
Kanye
Rose
came
was. Like, people knew who she was.
I think
Kanye came out better after the relationship than he did coming into it. I mean, other than his mental health. But I'm talking about just
that goes to what I was saying before. You see how that shit went? Okay, Amber Rose, she over here with Ye. Next thing you know, now she with Wiz. They work in the same industry, so now they still got to see each other. So it's like, you don't think that should be awkward sometimes?
Not really.
And I mean, if one of them was still involved with him, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, that used to be my girl. Now me and you cool. We doing music with each other and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't think so, yo. Because you don't want her to be with a broke ass nigga.
Nah, it ain't
especially
even that.
If she your like baby mom.
Yo, why
you know what I'm saying? Like I know, yo, you know how bad it will look if
I'm not saying if her be with a broke nigga, but why it gotta be somebody inside the industry, yo?
Because
you know what I'm saying?
That's the people that they know. That's the circle that they know.
She can't be with a rich doctor somewhere that I don't know.
Welcome to All Tech Land.
It's like working with people. Like when people go to work, right? Who do they mostly socialize with? People that they work with. So then you start like, all right, she's single, he's single. Then you start you start generating certain relationships with people.
But these are these range-based situations that come up. When shit like that happens.
True.
That leaves the door open there.
That's because again,
it's like, oh shit, oh, what's going on with him? Oh hell yeah, I'm, you know what I mean?
That's why again, I always respected DMX's lady. I always respected some of them ladies who always took the back seat to their husbands, who didn't need to be in their spotlight with them all the time, in every picture with them all the time. You get what I'm saying? They just fell back. No, because again, think about it, yo. Ex relationship lasted pretty long, yo. But again, because he didn't want to get off of drugs.
As far as we know.
But we seen it because they brought it to TV. They like, yo, just want you to get off drugs.
I didn't like that. I didn't like how they try to do him like that though. Yo,
come on, man.
You talking about when they had him on the show with his son and all that shit?
Yeah.
Nah, yo, that was some bullshit. Yo.
Nah, they try to help him.
Nah,
they try to help.
If you try to help that man, you don't put him on TV doing no shit like that. For him talking to his son, the world wasn't supposed to see that.
I agree with that part. I think that was real therapy. They were trying to help, but that way they handled it was it don't need to
get paid because that was DMX. They used his fucking name to make money on TV off that nigga.
Get what y'all saying.
They wasn't trying to help him, man.
I get what y'all saying. The family went there to get help, but it was on. Listen, what I'm saying. If they tried to, right?
All right,
they tried to.
His son got a check for being on that show.
Check me out, but that's probably the only reason why X showed up is because
Ayala,
it was a
what
check.
Was in there? Ayala, you know what I mean? He walked off the show.
Nah, I'm being serious. You get what I'm saying?
You talking about that Fix My Life shit, right?
Yeah,
I get you.
But I'm saying, like, yo, they probably was trying to get X to come. Like, yo, come. We trying to get you help. We trying to get you help. And X probably was never going to come. But as soon as he heard that there was some money involved, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna show up.
Where my dog at?"
Word up, like he showed up. And then once they popped up with like, "Yo, listen, we gonna get you. We trying to get you some help."
Damn,
it was a shock. It was a shock to him. And again, we didn't want to see that. We didn't want to see that. But that was probably their only last option. And again, look what happened, yo. I think it
led to how where it.
So the only last option
it didn't work too. I think it contributed to it not working too. It being on TV because once you start videotaping something, like it changes how that situation would have normally happened. Anyway. Like going back to like in the 90s. Remember the Real World? You used to watch the Real World and there'd be all these fights, and I'm just like, half of that shit wouldn't have happened if there were no cameras there. You know what I mean? Like half of that shit just wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? Half of that drama wouldn't have happened. Like people, once you get other people watching and then now you getting embarrassed because you now he don't want to back down when he should have backed down and should have been like, yeah, I'm an addict. Because now it's not like you just trying to get the nigga to say he an addict. You're trying to now get him to say he an addict in front of everybody, in front of America. You know what I mean? And some cats just ain't going to do that. They might do that and be vulnerable in front of their family. But now you like, oh, X, you smoke crack, X. And you're trying to get him to say he smoke crack in front of everybody. You know what I mean?
Hey,
he might just double down. Like, no, I ain't doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's no footage of X smoking crack, so you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But you know
what what y'all trying to say? What y'all trying to say? Y'all found out I smoke crack with y'all seen the 8-ball fall out my pocket?
Oh man.
Nah, stop playing, yeah.
So I just think that contributed to him not even working.
You still got the jewelry, man. We know you ain't smoking crack, man. You still got your jewelry, man. We know you ain't smoking crack.
But it go right back, and then just like we said, like you go right back to the same thing. You got a bunch of haters up in there, and you had all these other people opinions in it who should have never been, including mine, who should have never been in it. You know what I mean? Like,
but go ahead, finish. You just made me think of something, yo. Go ahead, finish what you were saying, yo.
No, like that was my point. That was just my point. You got all these other people that just that opinions on that shit. That's getting put out, and it should have never been there, man. Like flat out, like what goes on. Just certain things need to be handled in private, and I just think like with X, that whole thing with him going to rehab should be handled in private.
With that said,
I'm a information age, man.
Hold up,
that's a downside.
You got anything else before I go into this last thing?
I was just gonna say that's the downside of living in the information age, because it's like, once something happens, people could just go run to the internet and just investigate it real quick and put their opinion on it, and you know what I mean, put their spin, and then now they can put it back out there to the world, and it could be totally some bullshit that ain't even true, you know what I mean? Like, they just run with that shit.
You got anything last you want to put in, some guy? So check this out. Yo, you made me think of something.
Yeah.
And it's something that me and you talk about. It's a content creator that's out there that's making millions of dollars off of what we're talking about. We're talking about how the internet is used to draw emotion out of people. And sometimes people use rage bait to draw you in, or even to blow their stuff up. Perfect example of this person, Whack 100. Whack 100 has a platform on Clubhouse where he does nothing but causes issues with people, drama, but people go back and made this man rich. Even though people don't like him, they still made him rich. Also, there's somebody that's called Charleston White. Charleston White also does the same thing on the internet. He plays this Uncle Ruckus character on the internet that draws feelings and emotions. Why? Because he knows that whatever he portrays, people perceive it as a reality. So they see him as this hateful person and they want to do stuff to him because he's drawing what? An emotion from people just by what he's saying on the internet.
So when he says, fuck this person, fuck that person.
But again, those are just words. Those are just words. Like some guy was saying, if they were right there with him and he was holding that gun to that person, would they still say, don't say that, don't say this? Like he said, I am a licensed gun owner. By law, if I shoot you, I can go home. If you shoot me, you're going to jail. It's two different things, yo. It's two different things. Some people are using the internet to make money. Other people are using the internet as a platform to try to live their life, yo. And this is if you don't learn anything about the conversation that we put together today is, listen, everything you see on the internet is not real, yo. These gurus, these self-made millionaires, some of them are, some of them not. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication to become successful, yo. Nobody gets it overnight. Nobody has the foolproof answer. And trust me, they're not going to be giving it away to you for $9.99. There's no courses. There's no Get Fix. There's none of that. If you want to shoot content, Go ahead. What you was about to say?
There's no billionaire up there like, man, I just made all these billions of dollars easily. I need to tell everybody else about this. You know what I mean? Like, I need more people up here with
They'd be like, yeah, I've been investing in commercial real estate. So if you got bad credit, you don't got no fucking money. How the fuck is you invested in commercial real estate?
So one thing I want to say is this. A lot of people don't like what Jay-Z said, but I understand it. You don't want to go to nobody that's rich and that had to work their way to make millions and billions of dollars and say, hey, I got this plan. I need $25,000 of your own money to give to me for my plan to work.
It's $4,800.
It just don't, $4,800. It just don't go like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, because if I just give you that $4,800 and it just so happens to fall apart, you don't lose it.
Well, see, no,
I'll
man.
lose it.
But see, the thing is, he never said that he wouldn't give him the money. He just saying that, like, everybody took that shit out of context. What he's saying is like this. Okay, we easily sidetrack, right? So now when we go around the family, we don't want to go home for Thanksgiving to hear about the podcast, what's going on in the studio, this, that, and the third.
Or I got somebody asking you,
now
you eating your turkey, somebody asking you for money.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't go
turkey?
around.
I got this business idea.
We go around y'all to be around family. So now if you ask me for the $4,800, I'll probably give it to you. But it's like, yo, like he said, it don't work like that. Like, don't hit me up at Thanksgiving thinking that I'm gonna be drunk or high and just be like, oh yeah, yo, what's your cash app? I'm gonna say, you know what I mean? Like, nah. Like you said, it don't work like that, yo. Like you really gotta sit down, draw me out a business plan. So now when you do come to me for that money, I know exactly how you're gonna spend that shit. And I'm gonna tell you if it makes sense or not. Like, oh shit, hell yeah, cause I can see how that'll happen. Yeah, I'll give you the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, but everybody always thought that he said he wouldn't give it, like, oh, how he a billionaire, he won't give his cousin $4,800. Like, ain't no way in the world that that man, like, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
He'll probably fucking get that nigga, you know what I mean, more than that.
That's what I was prefacing. But you closed it out as well. But look,
because I hate when people misconstrue shit. That's not what he said.
I know. That's what this is.
That's not what he said.
Hey yo, listen. I want to just say thank you to Garcia Vega, and of course I want to say thank you to some guy, man, for coming through. Yo, both of my guys is young and they both tired. They both working men. So I'm gonna end this episode by just saying thank you again. Everybody, I just want to say thank you for coming through, man. Episode after episode, we are at season 10. Season 10, and we're back on all podcasting platforms. You will hear this guy's voice, some guy's voice, and my voice as often as possible. We're back.
We don't got no sponsors tonight.
We're back to our regular scheduled program. This is not just going to be the Easily Sidetracked platform. We're going to be dropping these episodes every Monday for this Monday Night Raw game. You know what I'm saying? So if you come here, this is the type of conversations you're going to be hearing. We're going to be talking educational. We're going to be talking content related. And of course, to entertain you guys, we're going to bring you our personalities because, again, we don't fake it to make it. We just be ourselves. So
we make it so we don't gotta fake it. That's what the fuck we do.
Okay. You got any sponsors you want to shout out?
Yo, man, I just want to shout out Kirby's Chronic, Fuck Prison. Who else you got, man? Come on, man.
Some guy. We got to get you some Fuck Prison, yo. I know you don't indulge in the
shout out to Love, but that's what I'm saying. We got a lot of them type of sponsors.
Yeah. But our clothing sponsors, we're gonna plug you in with some of them too, so that way you can get some of the merch too, yo.
Definitely shout out Kirby's Chronic.
For sure.
But you know, I only reason they've been putting us in the what's the name is because you know we two sexy beasts. Hey yo, man, some guy, I appreciate you coming through, man.
Word. Next time.
Yeah, man.
Some guys, it's been good, man. You know what I mean?
Word, yeah.
Next week.
I'll let you.
All right, Chris.
All right, peace.
All right, one.
All right, man. So that's how that episode is going to go, man. Season 10. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe.
Share, comment, subscribe. You can hate, don't hate. Just do something.
Oh, that link. That feature link is the link to the podcast on YouTube. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. If you haven't catch the playback of this episode will probably be on by Monday. So that's it.
That's it.